Hello, welcome back. In today's video, I want to circle back to the Japandi trend and try and make it more interesting, a bit more fresh. Because as I've talked about before, it's gotten somewhat stale and a little bit redundant. So let's take Japandi as a starting point and build onto it. Bring in different colors. As I define it here, Japandi has a pretty specific color scheme. Think white, off-white, beige, gray, some black accents, and light to medium wood tones. And while this trend is usually heavily associated with those neutral tones, color can absolutely be added and used in a minimal manner. This room is a great example. You have all the hallmarks of a classic Japandi space: pale walls, a boxy white sofa, wooden cane accent chairs, but what really makes it stand out is the pop of Klein blue of the artwork and the coffee table. The contrast is strong, yet the room still has that airy feel because the bulk of the room is pale in color and the styling is kept really intentional and minimal. And the color you choose doesn't have to be specifically Klein blue. You can totally use another color, even a bit more muted if you like, and it would still bring such a new energy to your space. Here again, we can right away spot many quintessential elements of a Japandi room. The Scandinavian boucle chairs, the wooden Danish gourd coffee table, the natural textured rug, even the thin and sculptural black floor lamp by the sofa. But the room comes to life and differentiates itself with this beautiful green velvet sofa, the two light blue armchairs, and the burgundy and pink artwork. And since the colors are used in big blocks, it's still really easy for the eyes to take in, and the overall mood of the space is kept calm and restful. These two spaces I just used as examples look and surely were really expensive, and they can feel depressingly unattainable. But it doesn't mean you can't use the same techniques within your budget. It's just a matter of choosing the right colors. Even something as simple as a navy sofa with a green velvet floor cushion can bring some interest to a space that is feeling a bit too obviously Japandi. Overall, if you've already committed to this style, I think bringing color in might be the easiest way to add a bit of freshness to your Japandi room. Because you could keep everything pretty much the same, simply change out the artwork and some cushions or a couple pieces of furniture, and you're good to go. Only thing I'm gonna say is make sure this pop of color is significant enough and takes up enough visual space in the room. If you have only one little sad cushion or one neon candle holder, it's just gonna look awkward and out of place. So go for a pair of armchairs in a bolder color, a big piece of artwork, or even a fun floor lamp. Now, what if you aren't really into color and want to keep in with the neutral tones? Try and mix your Japandi furniture with other styles. I love this first example. In this living room, the base elements are pretty much part of the Japandi formula. The clean lined white sofa, the boucle Scandinavian armchair, the mushroom-esque lamp, the jute rug, and white walls. But then, it's layered with accessories of other styles. Note the Moroccan rug on top of the jute rug and the eclectic selection of vintage decor items. Without those, the room would have felt predictable and boring. Here, once again, you can find many similarities with the Japandi style, especially within the almost all-white color palette with the few beige, brown, and wood accents. However, the sofa is not the boxy modular look, but rather a softer and slimmer slip-covered sofa. We still get that airy and bright vibe, and the modern aspect of the block-type furniture is still present with the fiberglass coffee table. The mid-century cowprint chairs also add an unexpected twist to the assemblage with their shape and texture. The contrast created with the different styles mixed together is what gives complexity and strength to the design scheme. The room is then beautifully styled with vignettes of objects that feel more like treasures than trendy accessories from Crate & Barrel. Which brings me to the third point of this video. Do not buy the obvious Japandi items. At this point in the video, if you're still telling yourself,
"But Laurent, I don't want to add color. I like a neutral color scheme, and I really want to keep in with the Japandi furniture style."
That's okay, you do you, but don't buy the exact same items as everyone. If, for example, you're absolutely in love with the modular box type sofa, go for it, of course. But then, Don't just go around to H&M Home to buy your little black and white sculptures, followed by Zara Home, CB2, Hey Design, Firm Living, Gooby, etc. Because you'll just end up with the same room as everyone else. And in a year or less, you'll change everything out at the same time as all the influencers you got your inspiration from the first time around. All these items are actually not bad. Some of them I even like. The problem occurs when you start buying all of them. It raises the question, do you really like these items and this style for yourself, or are you just infatuated with the trend? Because let's face it, even considering personal style does evolve over time, what are the odds it corresponds 100% to the current trend? Slim to none. So before buying the same room as your favorite influencer, put in some more research to find pieces that fit into this aesthetic you want, but that are perhaps a bit less painfully generic. Just to help you out, here are some of my favorite pieces from designers and vintage resellers local to my area, Montreal, to show you it's possible to find some amazing pieces that can suit a Japandi scheme, but bring more flavor and soul into your space. These pieces truly have more love poured into their creation than their big brands' mass-produced counterparts. And when seeking out these designers and small businesses in your area or further, you'll develop more of a connection to your pieces and realize how many more possibilities and options you have to style your place to your own taste. That concludes this video. I really hope it gave you the inspiration to push your design schemes a bit further, because trends can be a good starting point if you're looking for ideas, but going all in on them might be ill-advised. Please, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Where are you at in your decorating process? What trends do you like or dislike at the moment? Where do you usually get your inspiration from? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye bye!